All right, so third down scripts. I wanted to kind of show you just the evolution here of what a play would look like. This was a third down call from our West Virginia game in 2018. Okay, so we call this play London. So to give you an idea of just a play here quickly, so we started in a five-wide set with the tailback, who's the F in our offense. He was outside left. So what the quarterback was going to do, and I'll kind of show you why and show you how this evolved. What the quarterback was going to do is take a look, okay, pre-snap, all right, and try to get an idea if we were getting blitzed or not. We put the F outside the X because we knew against West Virginia if they were blitzing us, we were going to get a safety outside. They were going to match the corner on the X. So we could know right away if we were getting man coverage and man coverage against them, and that defensive coordinator that year was also going to be accompanied with the heavy pressure, okay? So we motioned him in, and then we were going to slide protect this thing. So we were going to gap this thing left, try to gain an extra blocker with the F, and then we were going to have a shot play. He's going to have a little dig and go on the left side, a little inside vertical route by the Z, and then we've got a little bait dig if we got drop, all right? So kind of the concept here was if we didn't get blitz, we wanted to check regular protection, okay? And then we'll kind of talk about how this worked out, but I think we'll piece this thing together for you guys. So this was some of the prep clips that we watched, okay? So it's a third down versus Tennessee early in the season, and this was their MO, okay? They were a huge pressure team in these situations, and not just pressure, but max pressure, all right, trying to get everybody home. They did a great job, we thought, of coaching their DBs, and you can kind of see right here really playing a catch technique, especially up top at zero. They typically did not give up much ground. They were typically driving on anything short, very, very aggressive. So we knew going into that game we were going to have to be able to handle this zero blitz type pressure, and how could we create a way to handle max pressure, and then again, you go back to how do we keep the defensive honest? This is a call for them that's aggressive in every sense. They're bringing everybody. DBs are playing extremely aggressive. How can we come back and be aggressive at them? Okay, so this was one of the clips we showed the quarterbacks on Monday and Tuesday, feeling like that we could get an advantage to run by these guys in the slots. Okay, so watch this thing evolve. So we get to our Monday practices, our Tuesday practice. You could see us practicing this concept in just a routes on air format, trying to give these guys some cover zero looks. We've got to get some of these balls up quickly, especially the inside fade ball. Okay, and then some answers if we did get a drop coverage. Okay, so there it is in routes on air. Okay, Tuesday practice, third down period. Okay, you see it evolving here. Okay, so we get a zero look. We take a shot at this little dig and go. We feeling like with aggressive coverage up top, zero blitz, we're going to have a shot at this. And then Tuesday, what came about, this is initially for us when we put it in, this inside fade down here to the trips was just kind of a clear out in our mind. Really, we were trying to isolate the dig and go. But when we started to watch throughout the week, and I think Kyler noticed this when we watched it after Tuesday's practice, was we probably could get this inside fade ball up quicker, and it was going to be a pretty good matchup if we caught the right coverage, because we had again, going back to matchups, we had Hollywood Brown in there on a safety, okay? So you see us pick it up. Right here it kind of goes all as scheduled. We leave the practice feeling good, okay? And then that night we were just, as a staff, we're going back and watching a few more of the third down cut-ups, and one of our coaches in the room had a great point. All right, we got a slide protection right now. All right, we got a slide protection, and if we do end up getting a drop 8, which West Virginia, if they weren't blitzing, that's pretty much what you were going to get. We're going to end up with a tight end, okay, man on one of their defensive ends. They're pretty good on the front. All right, that's not a great option. So after Tuesday, we came back in and decided, hey, if we're not getting a blitz look, we're going to check back into our regular protection. Okay, it's a lot mentally for the quarterback, so we've got to rep this like crazy because not only is he now thinking the route's going to hit differently, but he's got to change the entire protection. And we've got to get subs out here. We've got a motion, a protection change. Like, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Plus, we're on the road, and it's going to be loud as hell. Okay, so a lot going on that we had to work through. Okay. So you could see kind of the evolution of it. We had our defense in our competitive period on the day. We said we wanted to get some type of drop coverage. Okay, they end up, I think, giving us a two-man shot here, but you can see the check happen. So he sees right away it's not a pressure look, checks it back to regular protection, okay, and then off we go, and has to identify very quickly with two safeties that these vertical balls are out, and then throws the dig nicely here in a skelly versus our one defense. Okay, we'll get to this here in a second, but this is a Thursday practice for us. So again, we're kind of working contingency looks here. Okay, again, you see we've got the blitz, and we've made the adjustment now. We know that unless the safety cheats over to the trip side, after watching the Tuesday practice and how long this double move took, we've decided, hey, we want to let this inside fade ball go. It's too good of a matchup. We're not going to have to hang on to the protection as long. Let's go for it, okay? So there's the protection. There we go, okay? And then game day. You can kind of watch what happens. Okay, so right away, sees the switch out of here happening, knowing that we're going to get man coverage. Okay, so we know we're going to keep it on. You can see right away, okay, he's double checking over the sideline, seeing what we're seeing. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, we end up sliding this thing, getting this thing protected. They bring a cover one pressure. Right away, this safety gets over the top of Lamb over here to the left side, lets the inside fade ball go. And honestly, this was probably the biggest play in the game. I mean, honestly, if we don't complete this ball, we may not win the football game. And so, but you just see kind of the week and how it unfolds, the different adjustments that you have to make, go back and forth. You continue just because we knew we liked the concept on probably Sunday night, Monday morning, but we didn't figure out until Tuesday afternoon for us, and even after the play looking good on tape, but you go back and watch more and more, and you start to say, all right, what if they did this? Are we still putting our players in the best position? So as coaches, not second guessing, but a constant evaluation of, man, am I putting my guys like in the right position here? And that one key adjustment for us made all the difference in the world, not to mention not trying to hang on to the double move and just getting a ball out of our hands right away. So I just think a great evolution of a concept for a week that paid off in a big way for us.